What is going on, everyone? I am back, baby. Back from a little Orlando vacay, and we got 3 MyCareer college games in this video. Seeing as the tournament is already underway, I want to hopefully be in the March Madness tournament by the time the tournament's, Final Four, championship. Around that time, I want the timelines to match up. So here is our current Tennessee Vol schedule. We've been on a little bit of a heater, but we did take a loss to Arizona in our last video. They are on a 12-game winning streak, but we got USC in this video as we are still leading the nation in scoring. I think we're close to leading in assist as well, or we might be number 1, I'm not sure. And we are also playing against the Texas Longhorns and Darren Peterson and Kansas at Kansas. As you can see, that's Elijah Arenas, who we're about to play against USC at 8-5 squad, pretty good. Cam Boozer still leading the nation in rebounds, and we are leading the nation in assist alongside Jeremy Fears and Braden Smith. Really good company. The Vols have been the number 1 team for most of the season. We are 14-2. The Fighting Illini Duke, we have not played them yet. We did beat Oklahoma and Arizona. Spoiler alert, they do win their next game. They're on a 12-game winning streak, as well as Arkansas, Houston, USC rounding up that top 10 right now. As you guys know, it's the top 16 teams that get into the playoffs in this 2K MyCareer, because 2K kind of sucks. We don't have a college game yet, but you can see these teams that are on the fringe here: Kentucky, Alabama, Auburn. If you want to get into the Sweet 16, you have to be in the top 16 of 36. And there's Kansas, not off to a great start, but still, Darren Peterson, someone to keep an eye on, who is an absolute menace in real life, a potential number 1 overall draft pick. Anyway, we got to get into these 3 games, seeing as it has been a pretty solid tournament so far. A lot of people are upset that there's not more upsets, but the Santa Clara, Kentucky sequence was unbelievable, playing against Elijah Arenas and USC here, a team that did not make the tournament in real life. That was unbelievable. High Point was your big upset against Wisconsin. Not a single 13, 14, 15, or 16 seed won yesterday. But Duke did go down to the wire with Siena. So here we are, and that's a backcourt violation at USC to open up the day. Ridiculous. The number 1 Tennessee Vols traveling to the 8-5 number 10 USC Trojan. Here is Arenas right away, gonna dunk on the boy. Oh my goodness, Arenas not playing around, going at the top player in the nation, Stephen Ball. Getting it up to Ahmet. We're out in transition. I'll get those 2 right back, hanging on the rim. Bringing it up, and I'm subbed out the entire first half? What? What are we talking about? That is the first time I've not played a single minute in the second quarter. And I'm going to make sure in March Madness I'm playing pretty much the whole game, because that's absolutely bonkers. But we have a 7-point lead. I'm not super upset about it, but maybe if I'd played, we'd be doing better. 52-45, still at a 7-point lead. Ball with the ball, top of the key, trying to get some space. Ahmet, give me the screen. I'm going to tween, going to take it to the cup. Hey! Oh my goodness, little scoop right there. That's a nice layup for Ball. We've got 8-1, a very quiet day so far. Ball out in transition again. Amari Evans started the day with a backcourt violation, but that'll be a nice backdoor cut for Steve. Gillespie bringing it up the court, finds Ahmet, swings it over to Evans, over to Ball. Ahmet gonna give me a nice screen, enough space to take this to the cup, and another green. Nice take. Tennessee controlling the pace here, up 13. I've got 12-1. Is going to be swung over to Arenas, who's having a very good day. Apparently, while I was on the bench, he was cashing out, but that'll be an assist. Timeout Vols. Gillespie bringing it up the court. Only a 10-point game here in the third quarter. Ahmet gives it a little screen and roll action, and that is Coke Butter Cheese. That's the best 1-2 punch in the nation. Ball getting a little space from Okapora. Okapora gonna go out to the wing and take the jump shot. Okapora can shoot, bro. What a beautiful shot. 79-65 here in the fourth quarter. A very quick game, just because there's not very many highlights to show y'all. I had a quiet day. I also didn't play the second quarter, but we are kind of handling USC, and that's gonna be a hand in the face 3 ball. We have definitely been improving that 3-ball more and more, but this would be a pretty sound win over for the Vols. An easy bounce back as we beat Kansas State and USC back-to-back, finally on another winning streak of 2 games, a 14-point win on the road. USC will drop to 8-6. The Vols advance to 15-2, and it's Elijah Arenas with 32-6. What a game. Ball ends with 19-2-3, but Grant Hurst off the bench was putting in work with 17. Gillespie had a good day. Ahmet, a quiet day, but still involved everywhere. 2 steals, 2 blocks. Not a bad game for the Vols. Next up, we got Darren Peterson and Kansas. I'm looking forward to that matchup with Arkansas as well. Darius Acup, which will be in the next video. And these are your starting lineups. Darren Peterson, you got Rosario, you got Trey White, Bryson, you got Flory, a whole lot of 81s, and then Darren Peterson's just a dog. This should be a fun one. Kansas at home really needs to get back in the win column. They're kind of hanging out in the middle of the pack right now, not really separating. They're going to win the tip. Here is Rosario, top of the key. This is my matchup all game. Swinging it over, Trey White. We know he can do a lot. Swinging it back over as here comes the screen. Got White up top, finding Peterson. Peterson going to drive, little tween. I tried to help Rosario, wide open, will cash. Back on offense here, Kansas with a quick 5-0 start. Little screen and roll for Ball. I got stolen from. That was an easy lay for me. Instead, open in the corner. Cash. Kansas up 8-0. 8-0. Kansas coming out hot against the #1 team in the nation. We got to get something going here. Ball calling for a screen. Ahmet going to give me the separation I need, and that's an easy screen and roll. I'll take the assist. An assist for Ball, 8-2. Kansas trying to get out to a hot start, and that's just a wide open lay. That is way too easy for Darren Peterson. Peterson backing down Gillespie, midcourt, 10-6. Starting to get a little something going here. A broken ankle. I'm sleeping on Rosario. Another 3, and he is proving to be a very quality shooter. 13-6, Kansas up 7 and looking to pile it on. Oh my goodness, Rosario is cooking me. Tapping his head to let him know, best player in the nation, who? I gotta get my get back here. Tween got an open lane, and that'll be a green layup. Good defense still. 17-8, Kansas is just scoring at will. I'll take the ball, see if I can get a little something going here. A little tween action again. Nice take from Ball. 19-10, and Kansas just keeps scoring. Don't do me like that. Step back is no good. Out in transition. Come on. Hit me. I'm cold. I need to get a bucket. Gillespie. Intercepted by Rosario. He's running out in space. Dunks it down. Oh, no. Kansas up 21-10. Ahmet, stop it, pop 3. Ahmet is cash. 21-13. Kansas looking to hold for the last shot. I mean, just an excellent scoring first quarter for Kansas. We're lucky that 3 misses as well. Ahmet full court heave was late anyway. No good. An 8-point lead for Kansas here at home. And I know I'm about to get subbed out. And that I would. 39-23. Kansas with the ball. We got 3.5 left till halftime, and it feels like this game is already out of reach. Peterson is cash from the mid-range. Holy. I mean, I've only got 4 and 1. I can't act like this is on the team. I mean, I'm supposed to be the best player in the nation. Can I get a nice dunk? I'll take the lay. Goodness gracious. 41-25. We need some stops. 6 and 1 for Ball. Not really getting too involved. White swings it over. Open Rosario. I got to stick to this guy. Oh, my goodness. Rosario cooking me right now. I got to start getting my get back. Here we go. Pick and roll. Ahmet. I'll take the assist if that's what I have to do. Nice finish there from Ahmet. 43-27. Just trying to even the gap before halftime. There's a steal. Let's get out in transition. Ahmet. Going to swing it over. Gillespie. I will find a spot up 3. That's cash. Brrr. Needed that one. 43-30. Gillespie swings it over to Steve. Steve, screen from Ahmet. Is that another? He went under it. I'll cash out. There we go. 10-point lead. Nice little run for Tennessee here. Only down 10. Peterson at the cup. No good. Gillespie gonna throw up the full court heave. 8-point game. What a transition of points right there. 40 seconds till halftime. We can get this even closer. Ball pick and roll. They're going to help on me. On Mint, just take the dunk, punch it in. How is this a 6-point game? What a run. Tennessee with quite the run right here. Here's Peterson. Peterson with 4 seconds. Going to have a pick and roll. And Mint got beat there. 3 seconds. Can you hit me in the corner? Can you hit me? That's too late. No good. We will go into halftime down 8. But we got subbed in down 13. I call that progress. I think Mint should have taken that to open the second half. Instead, he'll feed it back to me. He will finish this one instead, and that's an easy assist. There we go. Ball starting to get warmed up here on the road. 14-4. 9-point game. Mint gonna take it in the post. They're helping. That's a deep 3, but I'll cash out anyway. 48-42, 6-point game. If I can keep shooting like this is one of my better shooting games of the season, 100%. But I gotta stick to my man. Rosario is insane. This guy is going stupid, and I'm not doing us any favors by not guarding him. But that's an open midi. The moment's too big. Piss running down my leg. I choked it. 9-point lead, Kansas. Feels like they're getting some momentum back here, and that's not enough defense from Mint. 11-point lead for Kansas. I just turned it over. Here comes Rosario. Tween. He's had my number all day. That's in my eyeball. Oh my goodness, back to 13. It's like that run we went on before halftime just means nothing now. I've got 19-4. Gillespie, open layup. Why did I call for the pass? That was stupid. Had an easy lay. I got to make up for that play. Here's a lay. They'll take it. Okay, 2 points either way. I'm selfish. 57-46. I've got 21-4, but the team's still down double digits. That's Trey White. Cashes out. Oh my goodness, Kansas. Probably playing the best game of their entire season here. A must-win situation for them at 4-6. Mazbaba gonna swing it over to me. I'll take the screen. Is he gonna go under? He will. I'll take that. Nice little mid-range. The deepest, longest 2 in the game. That's good. Nearing the end of the third quarter, we're gonna get subbed out. And we got 3 minutes left, down 20. This one's probably over, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the greatest college comeback we've ever seen? Find out right now. Peterson swings it over. Rosario finally misses one. Here we go. Out in transition for Ball. Ball gonna just jack the 3. That should be an and 1. Cash money. Brrr, wow. Oh my goodness. So Tennessee, if you rewind that, you see they had 0 points in the last 6 minutes. Why am I on the bench, coach? That's my only question. As here, I thought that was a green bean, but that's going to miss as well. A 25-point loss for Tennessee. That's now our 3rd loss on the season. You know, they're going to come here and there. Kansas is a good team. I'm not too upset about that. But the coaching is ridiculous. Now, I did give up 21 to Rosario and 4 steals. Holy cow. Peterson with 13 and 11. What a stat line. My goodness. Overall, great. 5 double-digit scores for Kansas. Really good team effort. We had 25 and 4 and a steal. I shot 4 for 7 from 3. One of my best shooting days. You had Mint, 23 and 9. But the rest of the team, I mean, no one really outside below Grant Hurst really showed up to play. And whenever I get subbed out for the entirety of the game, as we're looking at, this is Texas's schedule. But whenever I don't get subbed in for most of the second half, I'm the best player in the nation. So I'm going to add more minutes to the coach game plan to ensure that that does not happen, because I don't like losing. I know Tennessee fans don't like losing. And here we are. We're still the number 1 team in the nation, 15-3. Duke and Illinois, 11-2, 12-2. Got Oklahoma, Arizona rounding out the top 10. See if Kansas jumped the charts at all. These teams that you're looking at are still in the playoffs, and that's the cutoff. 7-7 with Missouri. These teams still hanging around the bubble. Their season isn't over. Kansas 5-6. You got, I think, below Baylor, you're starting to get into teams that are dangerous, and then here in these 30s, it might already be over, which is crazy for a team like Iowa State. That team is so good, and you still got teams like Florida and Michigan who are 1 seeds in real life, but struggling somewhat in this college MyCareer. Hopefully we get to see them in March Madness, but if they do sneak in, we might have to play them first round, which would blow. It's the last game of the day. We got 8-5 Texas Longhorns led by Jordan Pope. Also Tremont Mark, who hit the game winner against NC State in the first 4. They're still alive. They took down AJ DeBansta and BYU, and they're going to play against Who is it? They're playing against a 3 seed today, I believe. That's going to be... It's not Illinois. Who's the other 3 seed? As they win the tip here, here comes the Longhorns. They got a game today. I think it's against Gonzaga. I think that's going to be a good matchup. Here's Tremont Mark, the guy who hit the game winner. I'm guarding him, which is great. Here's Pope. Pope swinging it over. Back to Pope. A little fade away from the elbow is cash. Jordan Pope clearly can shoot. I'll take this back in transition. Okapora, layup is good. We'll take the assist. 2 SEC teams here. Tennessee trying to get their get-back. Win streak just ended. Ahmet will finish the floater. Another transition assist for Tennessee. Trying to get out in early transition game here. Pope going to use his screen. Pope, little tween action, swings it over. Tremont Mark taking it to the cup. That's a tough finish. I thought I defended him well. All fours right here. Pope, a straightaway 3 is no good. I'll take the rebound, get out in transition. Let me hit the man, Ahmet, right here. Take it to the cup. He'll swing it over to Okapora. I don't mind that extra. I'm all about winning. I don't care about the stats. A rebound and 2 assists for Ball. Up 6-4. Jordan Pope gonna find a nice dunk. Ahmet went for the steal. 6-6 now. Texas at home, keeping it competitive. We have not lost 2 games in a row. Texas could be the first to do it, but I'm going to punch it home. I do not feel like losing a second straight game, especially not to an SEC school. Ball. 8-6 right here. Tennessee up 2, trying to get some consistent stops. That's going to be a fadeaway, no good. I'll take the rebound. 2-2-2 for Ball. Out in transition again. I've been a wizard. Gillespie will hit the extra. Tennessee, in that last game against Kansas, we really showed how dangerous we can be when we go on a run, which we did against Kansas, and then we, lost the game. As Mark is going to have another tough finish. I got to quit yapping. Up 10-8 here, but now we're showing how good we can be in transition as a team, sharing the ball. Ball, going to take it for a little ISO work right here. Okapora using the screen, literally negates the reasoning of an ISO, but I'll take another assist. I don't care. Little subpar commentary right there. I'll take the ball right here on the wing. Ahmet with the screen. Best 1-2 punch in the nation. I'll give it up for him. That's an easy 2-handed slam. 14-8. 6-point lead for Tennessee. Getting some stops now. Gillespie had a fantastic game against Miami of Ohio. I'll get a 3 to go right here. 17-10. Less than a minute left in this first quarter. Grant Hurst will be bringing it up the floor, swings it to me. To Steve. Okapora on the screen. Steve gonna take it to the rack. Hey! High. 19-10, last play of the first quarter here. 15 seconds left. We're gonna hold unless I get an open look here, which I will. Hey! Rising up above. Last play of the first quarter here. I think I've said that like 3 times in a row now. 21-10. Starting to separate a little bit from Texas here. Here comes the jump shot, and that is good. Well defended, but a nice jumper there. 21-12 is the end of your first quarter. Ball setting a screen for the point guard. Gillespie going to go back out to Ball. Thought about the 3. Pump fake instead. I'll take the punch 2. 37-26. Got subbed out there, sub back in. Tennessee still doing their thing. Minute left in this first half. Driving in the paint. Okapora with the steal. Over to Ball. Throw me the oop, Evans. Throw me the... Hey! Oh! Out in transition. Amari Evans throws it up to Ball. Rises, and a poster for the ages. Might be the highlight of Ball's college career. A one-handed body and a 15-point lead going into half. Texas not playing bad, but still down double digits. That's going to be blocked. What a play from Amari Evans. We're out in transition again. Evans swings it over. Steve Cash. What a play. 44-26, 16-4-5. Might be the best game of Ball's career so far, but Tremont Mark going to shut him up real quick. Back to a 15-point game. That's a nice 3 from Tremont Mark. Gillespie swings it over. Ahmet is feeling dangerous today. He's shooting well. 47-29 is your score. Here's Jordan Pope swinging it back over. Tremont Mark. Walking bucket. That's a bad man. Pope's got an open 3, and that's going to be a beautiful 3. Timeout. 15-point lead. Back over to Pope again. Hand in the faces. Cash. Jordan Pope taking over. 12-point lead. Low-key going away. I'm getting big-bodied. Mismatch. We're up to a 10-point game. Texas has fought back in this one. Here we go. Swinging it over to Ball. Trying to get this out in transition. Ball. Going to get stopped. Behind the back, Okapora. Pump fake. Heel punch it home. 12-point lead for Tennessee. Pope is going to do a fadeaway three. No way. I would have lost it if he made that. 16, 5, and 5 for Ball. Out in transition. Running past the whole team. Has an open Okapora. Nice play. Okapora can shoot, man. That's nice. I really figured he was just a straight-up center. Boswell over to me. Here is JP Estrella, the backup center. Go under it. Go under it. Open three. Brrr. We're getting good at those threes, man. First half of the season, we really struggled to shoot, but we're starting to find the rhythm now. Nice little steal right there from Boswell. I'm out in transition. Can we put this one up? Hey! Estrella ran with me. I had to show him some love. 10-point lead here for Tennessee. I got subbed out, back in, sub in. That's going to be another 13-point lead for Tennessee. About 2 minutes left in this one. Held about a 10 to 15-point advantage over Texas most of this game. Can't ask for much more. Texas is a good team, man. 11 seed in the tournament. We're only a 6. That's going to be a nice steal. And this one should be enough to put this away. Texas really fought hard, man. Jordan Pope had a great day. Traymon Mark as well. Pope going to pull another three. And let's not go home just yet. Minute 44, 12-point game. But that would be the game, if we're being real. 77 to 61 on the road. A handed, nice win for Tennessee. We will advance back up to a 16-win team. A 16-3 win team. We're 19 games into the season. Jordan Pope, a ridiculous stat line. We had 29, 6, and 8. 4 of 8 from 3. Pretty damn good. Pretty good all around. Okapora had a great day as well. Mint, of course, was involved. And Jordan Pope was getting it done for Texas along with Traymon Mark, man. That is going to be the end of this video. So I appreciate you guys. 16 and 10 for Pope. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm back from vacay, so expect the grind to be grinding. You guys were showing so much love while I was gone. 231 subscribers, man. That is crazy. I'm hoping to hit 500 soon. So like and sub if you guys enjoyed. I'll have more of my career up soon, as well as the Sweet 16 simulation whenever we get the Sweet 16 finalized. So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.